Hello, my name is Anne and this is Toby, and welcome to a Tobyknits Flosstube episode 55. If you're new, grab a cup of tea. You're gonna need it, probably a cookie too, just to give us some sustenance while we go through all these stitchy wonderfulness things. So Wednesdays I talk about my cross stitch. Cross stitch is my very first love since I was 17 years old, and I kind of fell out of love with it for about 15 years while I was in my mid 40s and 50s because I couldn't see very well. I've always needed glasses for far away, but I never needed them for near. And of course, as I got older, I did. And of course, for the longest time, you pretend that you don't. So I couldn't see to do my cross stitch, so I put it down and never picked it up for 15 years. Yeah, I know, 15 years, that's bizarre. But anyway, I'm back at it now. And I have allocated my current whips days of the week. I'm also doing Wipgo. I have Wheel Wednesday. I have New Start Month. Let me just go through it with you. It'll be way easier. So last week I started you from where we were on the Wednesday. This week I'm just going to start you from my days of the week, and Mondays is New Start Mondays. And on the 1st of January, I started, which is in this gorgeous bag, Sally. And Sally is a heritage stitchcraft kit. And this is Sally, who looks like my mom. She has big eyes. My mom had big eyes. And I think this is gorgeous. My mom actually bought me this kit in England about 20 odd years ago, and I never even took it out of the package. She bought me two. So this is Sally. So I started her, and what I've been trying to do for you is I have been trying to do where I started from this week and where I finished. So if I can put some progress pictures in, you'll see what I'm talking about. But this is 3 weeks worth of stitching because I do this every Monday. Sometimes I work on it in the evening. Sometimes I work on it during the day when the light is better. But this is what I have got done so far. And one of the things I wanted to tell you about her, all of her face is 2 strands. Well, this is 14 count Ada, and it's 2 strands as usual, but over the one. But what this is it's blended. So you can't do the way, I had to do the waist knot method on most of the face because you have to, you can't do the loop method because you're using 2 different colored strands to make the 2. Does that make sense to you? I hope so. But one of the things that I found terribly interesting about this is in the chart, there are a bunch of what I thought were quarter stitches. And they're not quarter stitches. It's a full cross, but it's only half the box. And at the beginning, I literally thought, because there's 2 symbols in the box, right? In the one box. So I can't show it you so that you could understand what I mean. I don't think, because it's a paper pen. But literally, let me see if I can draw it for you. That might be easier. Let me draw it for you. One moment, please. So let's imagine this is your Ada, your square of Ada. And normally when you do a stitch, you come up from this side, you go over to there, then you come back down here behind, and you go up to complete the cross, right? Well, it's not very good cross. To complete the cross, right? When there's two, let's say there's two symbols in a box like that, we normally know that to mean this half is, my pencil just broke. Why does that happen? We'll use a pen. So that would mean, if that was the symbol, this half is done with one color and this half is done with another color to make that. In this instance, that's what the symbols are looking like. And at first I thought it meant this. And it took me one evening to realize that's not what it meant. And there's no instructions in this kit, none. It's just the chart. What it meant was that you have to break through halfway through the Ada. If you were doing a linen or Lugana, it would be easier because you would have those extra holes. Because on linen or Lugana, or even weave fabric, you're going over two with your two threads, whereas with Ada you're just doing the one. So you have to break it. But I have to tell you, it looks so much nicer than an actual half stitch. Look, these are all half stitches. And where is it where they're both together? There's a color here somewhere. Yeah, there. That's one, or is that two? That's two stitches, two squares. But look, one square, if I put my finger like that, one square is half and the other, but it makes it look so much neater and not so, because I find when you're doing a quarter stitch or a half a stitch and you have to do the two threads across the middle, it's hard. Sometimes I don't. I just do the darker color as a thread across the middle, not the small piece. But still, it's quite difficult. But this whole hat is shaped by using those thing. And I'll put the word, I saw somebody else who posted what that's called, because it's not called a half a stitch. It's not a mini stitch. It's got a weird name. And I'd never heard of it before in all my years of stitching. But I just thought that was super interesting and wanted to tell you. So this is how she has gone. That is 3 Monday evenings, or Mondays during the day whenever I stitched her. That is what. So that accounted for actually 6.5 hours of work on her. I'm not counting stitches. I'm just counting hours in. And it's turning out quite nice. Now, she also appears in the wheel because all the projects that I'm working on this week also appear in the wheel. So one of them could get 2 goes at it in the week, not just that one day that they're set up for. And that is New Start Monday. Now, what I decided to do with New Start Monday, because I have a lot that I want to do this year and that I want to start. So I have decided that New Start Monday is every 4th Monday. So I work 3 weeks on a project, a new start, and then next Monday I will be starting a new one. And you'll see why. You'll see why. Anyway, I hope that was interesting. I am finding it so interesting how cross stitch and stitching has evolved over the 50 odd years I've been stitching. It just amazes me. Tuesdays is Tiny Tuesday, and on Tiny Tuesday I work on a small project, and in actual fact the small project I worked on for the last 2 Tuesdays was the butterfly keychain, and I finished it. Isn't that super sweet? This was a free gift in the World of Cross Stitch, which is a British magazine that I love. And you always get a free gift inside each edition, each monthly issue. You can get this magazine here. It's very expensive here because it's coming over from England. But I think it's worth it. I really enjoy a lot of the stuff that's in that particular issue or in that magazine. It's very much my style, and I really enjoy it. You can get them through the library on the Libby. If you're in Canada, we have this app called Libby, which links you to your local library, and you can rent it. But you obviously don't get the free gifts. Me, I'm all in for the free gifts. So this was my Tiny Tuesday, and I stitched this for 2 Tuesdays. It took me 2.5 hours altogether to stitch it and then put it in this sweet keychain. Now I've seen something like this at Michael's, I think. This wooden, it's like a balsa wood. So it's definitely worth maybe getting a few more. But this is going into my big tin over here, which is my Peter Rabbit tin. And all my tinies that are finished will go in there and will be ready for Stitch North, because I will be gifting some of them. So that means today, which is Tuesday for me, I need a new Tiny Tuesday. So I went into my little bag and I found this. Now, my daughter-in-law's brother is having their first baby, and we are going in February, and I think the baby's due in February. So I want to make this to take it down to give her as her gift. However, I can't find the chart, because this I have had for years and years. This is a Needlecraft Magic, which I think was a magazine subscription I subscribed to, and it came in a binder, like it came with a binder, kind of like the Peter Rabbit thing, but I feel like it was American or Canadian, and it was years and years ago, and it's in a box somewhere and I can't find the box. So I put this on, I took a picture of it and put it in my phone, and I'm going to see if I can just wing it by looking at the picture. So I've got my piece of my Ada ready. It came with this, and I've got all the floss and the needle. So I'm going to try and start this afternoon after Bob goes to work. For some reason there's a big cut here, but I don't think that's going to matter. It won't be. And I looked at the picture to work out what I think is the center there. So we're just going to see if I can wing it from the picture. I don't know where at all that this book is that's got this pattern in. I've got a few of these from this Needlework Magic thing, but I'm going to have to send Bob on a trip to the basement to see if he can find it for me. Wheel Wednesday. So what I do with Wheel Wednesday is I have this wheel that I have put all my projects in. You can use this wheel for all kinds of stuff. Okay, I found it. This is ridiculous. All the lengths you have to go to with technology sometimes. So all the items that I am working on, plus 2 that were Christmas not finished items, are on my wheel. And then what I do is I spin it to get the project that I'm going to work on on the Wednesday. And typically that is, so that project gets a second turn in the week. And this week I worked on Peter Rabbit, and I got 2.5 hours into Peter Rabbit on Wednesday. I will show you that shortly because it is my Saturday Wipgo, and I'll show you what I've done altogether on that one. But I need to spin the wheel to find out what I'm going to work on tomorrow or today for you. So let us spin our wheel. And see what we're going to work on. Peter Rabbit again. Oh my gosh. I'll have to write that down now. That's hilarious. Now what will happen is Peter Rabbit, I will work on that tomorrow night as well as on Saturday, because that is, and the nice thing about that is that in Peter Rabbit, that's my Wipgo for Saturday. And so it'll be nice to get that whole motive finished by the end of this month. And this is helping to do that by having it pop up in the wheel. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so Thursday is Little Owl. Now, Little Owl, which is in this super cute little ghost cat bag, is a historical sampler company. I always call it society, and it's not, it's company. It is super cute, and every 2 weeks we get a new piece of this to stitch. So here's a picture of what this week's is. It started on the 1st, so we should actually be getting another one tomorrow. And I haven't even, but I didn't even start this till last week, the 9th, because I didn't get this in the mail. And so that's all I've done. It's a really sweet, look how cute this is going to be though. But that's what I got. And that was 2.2 hours, 2 hours, 20 minutes of stitching this. So this particular one, I decided to start in the center. So you could start at the top corner here. And this is what we'd be basically filling in this quadrant here, this quarter. But I decided I wanted to start here and build out and out and out till I got to the corner. I just thought that would be really sweet a way to do it. I normally always start most of my cross stitch from the center and then work my way up to one of the top corners and then go across, down, and so I've always stitched like that in a big sort of, which is what I was doing with my girl, because if you notice the girl, with my Sally, I started here at the center point. I started doing, I mean, I could have filled her whole face in, but I didn't, because I kept wanting to get up to this corner, because once I'm up here, now it's all the hat up there, then I can come back to her face, but then I can go over to this side and work across. That's how I like to do it. So on my Little Owl, I have started here in the middle. I was really hoping Little Owl would get Wednesday wheel, but so I could put some more stitches into that one. But anyway, that is my Thursday project. And I will just keep working on it until it's finished. Each Thursdays. Fridays is Secret Grove. Oh my gosh. Now, Secret Grove is by Needlelot Designs. And it is in this bag. And I am loving this project immensely. I love the fabric that I chose for it. It's a Lugana. 32 count, I believe, and it's called Wild Orchid. And the colors and the shading on this are absolutely divine. I can't remember the girl's name who does this designing, but she is amazing. If I can remember, I'll put her name down here. Of course, there'll be links to this. You can still join in this. This is a stitch along that goes when did we start it? September, October, I think. I forget. Because we're on part 4, and these are every 3 weeks. And I got miles behind because, of course, I did Vlogmas, so I didn't work on any of this at all during December. So I got back at it. And this is my Friday. Here's where I was the last time you saw me. See, I'm pretty good. I am starting to remember to do the before and afters. And here is where I am now. I have finished all of this. So I have finished part 2. So part 1 was all of this. Part 2 was this. And now part 3 I will be starting, and it will go here. I'll be starting part 3 on Friday. And look, isn't that, this is Helos. That's his name. And I think we got more tree and mushrooms to do for this part. But look at that. I mean, I cannot get over the colors in this. They are amazing. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that is my Friday project that I work on. I just love it. Love it, love it. So Saturday and Sunday are Wipgo. And the way Jessie Marie does it is she pulls 2 numbers. It's a bingo board. Just looks like a bingo board that you have allocated numbers to. And then she calls your 2 numbers. So my 2 numbers that came up for the project I had put in, and some of the projects I've put in 2 or 3 times because I wanted to work on them and get them done. Some of them are really old whips that I've had since 2007 that I, when I stopped stitching basically. So these, the 2 that came up were Peter and Picking Puppies. So Peter is in the Peter Rabbit bag. And here are, if I have any pictures of my progress on it, I'll put them up. So this is what Peter looks like. It's a sampler. Here is actually a picture, first of all, before I go any further, of what it will look like. So as you can see, Peter and Flopsy Bunnies are done. Those I did ages ago when I first got it. So now what I'm working on is Hunka Munka. And here is where I am now. So here is Hunka Munka. You can see I've got down here, and this is a very pale purple with some darker purples. And I decided that I wanted to backstitch as I was going. I did it with Peter and the Flopsy Bunnies because I feel like she's watching me as I am stitching. So I've only done one side of her. I still have to do the other backstitch side. But, and this is her dustpan. I think she's dusting something. But this is Hunka Munka. So I will be working on her again tomorrow or today for you guys. So yeah, this is, it's coming on good. I'm enjoying this. This is another one of those long projects that's going to go on for probably 2 years. And so that's why it's in Wipgo, because it's not something that I need to finish immediately. This particular one will be for Tristan, because each of my grandchildren are born in a different season. And each of them are going to get these cross stitches eventually. But I'm not in a rush to get them all finished. All the magazines, I don't have all of them yet, but my dad sent me a whole bunch last week. If you look back to last week, you'll see them all. And I'm still not any further ahead to show you the next set. So, but I will once we get a little bit further in. And then Sundays are, this is my Michael's bag, the only bag that's not handmade. This is Peking Puppies. Now, story on Peking Puppies. If you have not heard this, if you've been here a while, you know. This is Peking Puppies. It's a Dimensions kit with 14 count 8, I think, inside. Yeah. And this dog is identical to my son's Brittany Springer Spaniel. This one could have been like his other dog, which was a coonhound who passed away last year. I tried to change these colors, and here's a picture of what I did of her, but I did not like them. I did not like them one bit, and I was annoyed at myself for doing it. So I spent 2 days taking out all those colors and have now started. So I think the first day I spent 2 hours unpicking on the first Sunday of the month, and then I got a half an hour of actual stitching in, and then last Sunday I got 3 hours in. So now look how much better that looks. I think that's so much better now than it was. I still keep coming across a color I've got wrong, and I just unpick those 1 or 2 till I've got the way I want. But a lot of this stuff down here was the color of the chart anyway. But isn't that love? Doesn't she look real? I can't wait to get a bit more of this done so that you can see how this dog will look. But isn't she gorgeous? And then of course all the doors down the side, the door frames and stuff, because they're peeking around the door, are all half stitches. So once I get to that stage, that'll fly by. That'll go really fast. Oh, my needle came out. I always keep my needles on the back. I'd never put them on the front. I always keep them on the back, and I don't lose them that way, which is kind of weird, but there you go. Okay, so that's what I've got other than my happy mail that came, and I'm so excited about this one. I was going to do the bee that I got in Bothy Threads, the sew bee or bee sew or whatever it was that I got at in my advent for Bothy Threads. That was going to be my Monday new start. And no, it's not now. It's another Bothy project. I kind of like Bothy. And it's this one. Yes! Look at this! Oh my goodness. And this is for my darling little Sunny, because I have not done her a birth announcement yet. She's 1. And originally I did a really cute one for Leo of a baby. And I changed the hair color to be more like Leo's hair. But that was all I changed with it. And if I can find a picture, I'll put it up. Megan had said she wanted the same one, but in different colors for Sunny. And I said, I don't know, I could easily do it and change the colors, but I really didn't want to do the same thing twice. And then I found this one, and this one just resonated with me because number one, they live in Nova Scotia. Megan goes almost in the summer, almost every day down to the beach with the kids because they live right on the ocean. Literally, it's, 2 minutes and they're on the beach from their house. They live right by Fisherman's Cove, which is little beach huts that have been turned into shops. And this just resonated with me. And I showed her the picture and I said, I'd rather do this. And she was thrilled. She said, yes, please. So I ordered it from 123 Stitch in the States and I got it today. I ordered it while they were here, so it must have been the end of December. So it took about 2 weeks. But I am super excited to get started on this. And like I said, I just love Bothy thread stuff. I've done both the other two grandkids. Evie and Tristan both have a Bothy threads kit. So I'm really pleased with this. So this is my new start on Monday. So yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for you at the moment, I think. Nothing else exciting to tell you. What else do you do? What are you working on right now? Must be something fabulous, I'm sure. Yeah, so anyway, that's what I've got for you today. I'm going to go finish my tea, clean the mess up on the floor, and start that lovely little Tiny Tuesday project. So I will see you. Let me look on the calendar here. Oh, I'll be here Friday for some quilty fun. It'll be my monthly quilty fun. And then I'll be next Monday for Tobyknits Flosstube podcast. So yeah, so other than that, oh, I do have a question for you before we go. So as you know, my first and third Mondays are Tobyknits knitting and crochet. Every week is Flosstube. And once a month, the third Friday is Quilty Fun. The last Saturday of the month is my live. Now, problem with that this month is on the Saturday, the 25th, I'm going to a knitting retreat all day. Starts at 9 and ends at 4. So I could do the live at my time, 7 p.m., which is late for those in England and Australia and other places like that on that side of the world. Or I could do the live on Sunday morning, the 26th. What would you prefer? Let me know below. I really am interested in knowing what you would prefer. A late Saturday night or a 11 o'clock, say, on Sunday morning. Let me know. Okay, I'm going to go. Maybe I'll put a thing in the community tab too. A poll. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go. I'll see you soon. Bye.